cocaine-loving, prostitute-railing son doesn't go to jail on some bullshit, you know, gun or tax charges or whatever. Very funny. I mean, it's going to make a lot of right-leaning people mad. It's like bad. It's bad. Look, it's bad in like the norms and rules sense. The problem is that norms and rules don't exist anymore. Donald Trump, didn't he just appoint a family member? I brought up the article. I'm so smart. Trump's extraordinary selection of his daughter's fathers-in-law for key posts underscores his reliance on family members. Donald Trump exclusively empowers people based on their loyalty and adjacency. It doesn't even feel like nepotism with him because it's just like the status quo under Trump, you know? How'd Jared Kushner get $2 billion, right? Like, ask yourself. This is like pretty much par for the course in politics generally. Trump is extremely open with it. The fact that he'll do basically anything and everything to benefit himself and the people around him. Loyalty, family, stuff like this. Classic like mob boss shit. They love it. You know, hogs love it when Trump does it. They love that shit. They don't give a if the entire country is being, you know, driven into the ground by people who have, like, leaving aside the fact that they are malicious and their ideology is terrible, that they are just utterly incompetent. Like, I think that, like, the concept of expertise is, to a lot of conservatives, completely made up. Like, they legitimately don't believe there is a such thing as being good at your job, you know? It's certainly not within the government, right? They think that, like, if you're in the government and you're not a pro-Trumper, like, your only role in government is to facilitate Donald Trump's agenda. And if you are not doing that, it literally does not matter how technically competent you are at your job. Ergo, if you are loyal to Trump, it doesn't matter if you are competent at all. You can run the country into the ground and they won't care because their metric for the country doing well is how loyal are the people Trump has appointed. So, you know, to them, who cares, right? Likewise, who cares with Hunter Biden? Well, there are a lot of people who will, you know, this is the Biden crime family, a remarkably, you know, powerful invective, considering the fact, of course, that Biden's family is largely a modest one with relatively few connections. I mean, they weren't able to get any dirt on Hunter Biden. You know, the laptop thing, that fell through entirely. The Chinese connection thing, that fell through as far as we can tell. Hunter Biden got some, you know, cushy, well-paying jobs off the promise of his connections to his father, back when his father was, of course, vice president under Obama. And did Biden do anything with this? Is there any evidence of Biden kowtowing or showing preferential treatment in a way that benefited him or his son? No, didn't find that. So maybe Hunter was able to score a cushy job based on the promise of something he had no intention of fulfilling. I don't know. Sounds like king shit to me. Sounds like a normal day under the Trump presidency to me, to be honest with you. Family members attempting to benefit directly from their association with the sitting president and or vice president. Oh my God, is it a Tuesday in between January 20th, 2017 and, I guess, January 6th, 2021 and January 20th, 2025 and onward, perhaps indefinitely. Look, just finish the video, okay? I'm running on fumes here. I'm sick. My head is cloudy. I've got gravy up to here.
My son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. So this is a fairly long statement, about 4 or 5 paragraphs from President Biden.
Oh, I will say, by the way, and I know, like, nobody is going to believe me when I say this. Like, no one on the right, certainly. No one's going to hear this and go like, oh, okay, I agree with you. But Hunter Biden's prosecution was absolutely a political hit job against Joe Biden. If you look at the, like, tax crimes and especially the gun possession crimes, the shit that he did, they went after him so relentlessly, and it was very obviously just like a witch hunt deal, you know? Does that mean he didn't commit the crimes? No, he did commit the crimes. I'm just saying, like, it was obviously a weaponization of the establishment against Hunter Biden in a specific way. You know, whether or not you think that's a good thing, well, I think that what Democrats should learn from this, which maybe Joe Biden is, because he's being like a spiteful shit here. He's like, fuck it, I have nothing to lose anyway. I'm 100 years old. Might as well pardon like Hunter Biden on my way out. Hunter needs to leave the country, man. He needs to go over to, I don't know, China or something. He needs to skip town. The Democrats could stand to learn. Like, all of these processes are already political. I'm reminded of what I covered literally like the other day with Pod Saves America, and when Hassan Piker went on. And Hassan Piker like suggested that one of the ways that Joe Biden could have compelled a greater kind of like consensus within the Democrats towards getting his bills out there, he could have threatened to investigate corruption on the part of the family of Joe Manchin. And the host of Pod Saves was like, "You would do that? You would politicize the Department of Justice, aka the administrative state, aka politics itself?" And well, you know, that's kind of how it goes. You know, it does make Biden and by extension the Democrats look bad that he's doing this after promising not to. Again, it's just like a stupid, spiteful thing. But you know, today I signed the pardon for my son Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision-making, and I kept my word, even as I have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Without aggravating factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser, people are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who are late paying their taxes because of serious addictions, but pay them back subsequently with interest and penalties, are typically given non-criminal resolutions. It's clear Hunter was treated differently. He's completely correct, by the way. He is correct. Like, this is politically like a wild move, and it's wild that he's doing it, and it's crazy that he's backing off a previous promise. He is absolutely objectively correct here. Yeah, 100%. Like, if you take a look at how Hunter Biden has been treated, considering what he did, and you compare it to the previous standard, there's no comparison. It's night and day, really. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion that Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong. There's been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attacks and selective prosecution. In trying to break Hunter, they've tried to break me, and there's no reason to believe it'll stop here. Enough is enough. For my entire career, I have followed a simple principle. Just tell the American people the truth. They'll be fair-minded. Unless, it's about Gaza. Here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. And once I made this decision this weekend, there was no sense in delaying it further. I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision. And it's a ballsy move. He's correct, doesn't necessarily mean it's not gonna, it's gonna tussle some people. He does seem to genuinely care about Hunter, Would you do the same in his position? I mean, leaving aside the whole, genocide of Palestinians thing, I mean, broadly, if you were in this situation, would you do the same thing? If I was on my way out, one-term president, the VP running in my stead lost, yeah, I probably would. With what Hunter's gone through, he's got a big life ahead of him, Big journey. Got to walk that path. So Godspeed to that one. Look, Republicans or conservatives or anyone who's mad about this, I'm just asking you, okay? Leaving aside the lack of evidence against Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, which you have fruitlessly tried to procure for years, wasting taxpayer dollars, wasting my time personally, do you have an issue with the president engaging in preferential treatment for their family members or not? Do you have an issue with the president using pardons for political purposes? For Donald Trump, the guy who says he will, day one, pardon all the J6 insurrectionists. Do you have an issue with nepotism as a concept? Donald Trump, the guy who keeps appointing unqualified members of his family to very important political positions, just filling up the ranks with loyalists, nothing else. Are you consistent? Do you have any consistent values? Who am I kidding? None of you people made it this far. I gotta have more Dayquil. This is not a sponsored off-stream video segment. But if it was, it would be brought to you by Dayquil. Take care.